And I wish I had somebody here that knows that that's what it is like in our lives. We get tired sometimes when we praying. Sometimes when we're praying, we get weak along the journey. Sometimes when we are praying, we can lose our confidence. But I like this text because it helps us to realize even though we get tired along the journey, it does not eliminate the need for people in our life. If I had somebody here who can help me, why don't you nudge your neighbor and say, neighbor, I don't want to bother you, but I want you to know I need you to lift me up. Touch your other neighbor and say to that neighbor, I don't know what you're waiting on. I'm going to need you to lift me up. I wish I had somebody here that can say, neighbor, I need somebody who's gonna lift me up when I fall. I need somebody who won't laugh at me when I fall. I need somebody who won't talk about me when I fall. I need somebody who will pray for me because I know my change is one prayer away. Is there anybody here that knows your breakthrough is one prayer away? If I have a witness, if you got God, you can't lose. If you got God, you're gonna get tired. Anybody here know that praying can make you tired? Anybody know that praying can get lonely sometime? Anybody know that trusting God can get lonely sometime? But if you hold on to God, He will make a way somehow. How do I know it? Because on a hill called Calvary, we see God was at his best. The enemy had put it all on Jesus. They stretched him wide. They put him on a cross. The Bible says he died. They put him in a grave. But nudge your neighbor and say, we can't lose with God on our side, because he was in a grave, but he didn't stay in the grave. He was in the grave, but he didn't stay in the grave. You're in a grave, but you're not going to stay in that grave. You're cast out, but you're not going to stay cast out, because early Sunday morning, God got up from the grave. All power in his hand. Is there anybody here that can grab your neighbor and say, neighbor, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I do know if you got God, it's gonna be all right. You may cry, but it's gonna be all right. You may be all alone, but it's gonna be all right. If you know it's gonna be all right, why don't you wave your hand and say, I know it's gonna be all right. Yes! I know you want to go to your seat, but I can't stop thinking about how good he's been. Should have been dead, but I'm still here. I should be in the hospital, but I'm still here. Should have had that STD, but I'm still here. The devil wanted my marriage, but we still here. The devil wanted my children, but we still here. One more time, why don't you grab your neighbor, hold your hand around your neighbor, hold them and rock them and hold them and rock them and hold them and rock them and hold them, and say, neighbor, I got a feeling everything is gonna be all right. We can't lose. I said we can't lose. We may get hit, but we can't lose because God is on our side. If God is on our side, we got the victory. I gotta praise, and I gotta get it out. I gotta praise. Come on, help me.